So I'm here in Arequipa. I've been here for 3 weeks and I still haven't given you the grand tour. So what I've done is rented a room because I knew I was going to be in Arequipa for a while. A friend of mine, Julio Stevens, found me a fantastic place where the room is on the second floor. I've got a patio where I can wash clothes in their basin and hang them to dry, which is quite awesome, much better than in Bolivia where I'm washing in ice cold water basically on the ground in a plastic basin. He actually managed also to get me a fantastic workstation, which at the moment looks a lot like a kitchen table. That's kind of what it is, where all the fruits are, so I can manage to eat without always eating out. What I do try to do is, when I do eat out, is I go for the comedores populares, or kind of a common popular eating spot, meant mainly for the middle class and the working class, because it's a big, healthy, homemade meal and it's an economical price. It's one way to really connect with the culture of Peru and get closer and more familiar with the typical dishes, maybe make some connections with the people there. It feels like a kind of a home environment when you eat in these comedores. In Bolivia, they have something similar called almuerzo familiar. I tend to gravitate to these types of places because I feel like you're more a part of the whole situation, you know? You're not eating at a franchise, you're eating typical food, homemade, and you're supporting the local economy. So I don't actually have a dresser. I didn't want a dresser or need a dresser. I live out of my backpack, as you can see over there, and beside it is a plastic bag where my laundry goes. Let's have a little look-see out the window. Not really sure if you can see much, but that is my view from my window. And once the time comes for me to deal with my washing, I've got some soap and some washing up powder. And I didn't even have to buy a plastic basin because they have, for all the people that live here, a lovely double sink and a line on the patio where we can hang our clothes. And it's kind of rainy season, so you got to keep an eye on that, otherwise you're going to get a double rinse cycle. There's our double sink, which is awesome. I did plan to come up here to play my charango so I wouldn't disturb anyone, but I haven't had any complaints in my charango playing so far. Try to play it quiet if I know people are in the house. But I may, at some point, play on the roof. See if anyone throws any tomatoes at me. Anyways, this is an awesome place to live in. I'm paying about $100 US, and that includes Wi-Fi, which means I can work from home, communicate with people outside of Arequipa. There's one little interesting situation, as you may be aware. There's been some political activity and unrest here in Peru. I haven't really seen much of it. I'm a little out of the main core of Arequipa, but apparently there is a state of emergency for the next 7 days or so. Might be extended, so travel is going to be limited. So my plans to go to Bolivia after Christmas may be changed. I will get there at some point, I'm sure, but it may not be when I intended to travel. Anyways, it's all good. I mean, keep your head down, as a friend of mine would say. and adjust as necessary. So I'm adjusting as necessary and enjoying my time here and taking it as it comes.